Well, how about that? Hey,
Well, hey there,
everybody.
little kids.
Hey, holy Jesus.
I hope you're having a diddly-do new year.
Diddly
Oh my
New
God.
Year. If you were in America,
Having
you'd be on a
something.
list.
That's why we're not letting him here.
Nope.
Keep him on his little pedo island.
Happy New Year's Day for 54 minutes for me. You guys still got a whole 5 hours of New Year's to enjoy, which I'm going to be taking up a lot of with this game.
Nice. There you go.
Fuck yeah!
But yeah, guys, we have a special guest today. We have somebody new and exciting. I'm not sure any of you guys will have heard of him, but he's pretty big in certain circles. So
Pretty big in Japan. So
yeah, he's pretty big in Japan. So it's good to have him here. And I've forgotten his name. Who is this man? Oh, it's Coldman.
yeah.
Hey, Coldman.
It's
My name is Cold Throatman. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
Stay warm.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream. Stay warm.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks, man.
Frosty.
Appreciate
Everyone
it.
knows Frosty. Frosty's a beautiful man. He's going to be joining us just for today. Going to be playing a guest character, maybe coming back later on, but it'll all depend. But he's just here for this one session for now. And he will be joining our regular party of Ref and Jarren, the two orc brothers. And it's been a while, guys, because we've had the whole Christmas shtick, so I think we've missed... Is this 3 weeks since we've played this game?
Something like that.
You tell me, man. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm not asking you, Frosty. Don't worry, your little
I am a regular cast member of this.
I don't gotta pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. I just gotta show up and be my guy.
But yes, so I have a nice story planned out for our boys to be heading their way through today, depending on what twists and turns they take me on. I know where we're starting. But yeah, how's everybody's Christmases been instead of how's everybody's week's been?
It's good. It's good. I figured out firsthand what a holiday tofurkey tastes like. Very interesting because I went to my girlfriend's family Christmas and there were a couple vegans there, so we made tofurkey and other types of stuff. Yeah, tofurkey's interesting. It tastes pretty okay, but it's like rubbery, so not my first choice. But
yeah,
you know.
for my Christmas, because I've been veggie for a few months now. My mum was like, "What do you want for Christmas dinner?" I was just like, "Just get me a huge fucking bowl of stuffing," as a joke. And then I came down on Christmas Day, and there's like no joke, a half like basketball size just sphere of stuffing on my plate, and just like a pile of veggie gravy next to it. And I was like, "Okay." Well, digging into this, just like had to cut into this like fucking orb of stuffing. It was amazing.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, how was yours, Tripper?
It's pretty bog standard, according to like everyone I've talked to regarding last night. Was that, yeah, you know, I went with some friends and had some drinks. I'm like, that's exactly what I did. And that's like what everyone else did. But I'm glad
That's
I didn't
everyone does
do.
on New Year's. Yeah, they just
that's
get
all
wasted.
They get wasted. You know, they have fun with their friends, and it's nice. It's good fun.
That's what it's about, dude.
Exactly.
That's what
Drinking
New Year's is about.
drinking
It's
enough that
drinking.
you forget the last year.
Yeah,
For the new year.
Yep. Then it hits January, and you're 50 years old, and you regret the fact that you've spent the entire last month just drinking wine. So you go on dry January.
Dry January? No.
Yeah,
Dry wine only?
it's awful. I might be on LSD. Wish me luck, boys. All right.
All right, dude. Well, if
Fun
you're on
with that, my
LSD,
guy.
I've heard that's worse than a Mac. So hate those LSD computers, man.
God damn.
You know?
That's pretty savage.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
don't.
Pretty fucking savage.
You know, we don't talk about that drug life on this Christian stream.
No, we do not.
Not in my Christian stream.
Jesus Christ.
Organizing some notes, and then I'm ready to begin.
Well, we haven't asked a person.
Oh, Jonathan, how was your Christmas? Because Tripper
thanks,
didn't.
thanks for
Sorry, I got thrown off by Tripper not answering how his Christmas was when I asked him, but be like, "So my New Year's," and just like completely,
just
changed the
completely
question.
skip Christmas.
So yeah, how was your Christmas, Jonathan?
Christmas was good. I went home for like the first time in over half a year, so Got to spend some time with family, and yeah, lots of good food. And
Nice.
too
No
much
tofurkey?
no tofurkey, but too much drinking last night.
There you go.
Oh, God.
But hey, it's all good. I don't have a hangover, so positives.
That's good.
Well,
there you go.
Let's open the new year.
Hi, Dark Sage. What's going on? Hi, Rhett. Nice paint?
Nice paint. I guess paintings.
Oh, paintings. Those aren't mine. They're the landlord's, and we can't really take them down because, like,
Are you shitting me?
it's just
It's
weird.
impolite.
Yeah, it's impolite to do.
Yeah.
Even though I think they're
agree.
I think that they're tacky.
It's
I have
think
a
that
very
they're
similar
stupid.
thing in my house.
I'd rather have boobs on the walls, man.
Hell
you go.
yeah. I think we'd all rather have boobs on the wall, but not painted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slight
Hell
gender
yeah.
bias in this call.
All
but
right.
Anyway, yes. Our master
So-
of ceremonies.
I think, without further ado, we'll get in the game.
Nice.
So, we open in a packed room. The room is stuffed with all these small little birds' cages, just made out of twigs and scraps of wood that have various snowy owls and ravens bouncing about in them. Some of them pecking at the twigs, trying to get free. But most are docile, and in the center we see that the room is emanating this warmth out from the center as there are these rows of candles lining a table that's stuffed with papers. There is a dwarf sitting at the table, scribbling away in the candlelight. He licks the nib of a pen, signing, "With utmost haste, we request your response and aid. Townmaster's office, Modi Vilcarson." He then rolls up the paper and stamps it shut with a wax seal. The dwarf writing the letter stands, revealing that he, on one of his arms, it's gone at the wrist, revealing that he's missing a hand. And he goes over to one side of the room and lifts the latch on one of the cages, extracting out a raven from inside. He very meticulously, with one hand, starts fastening a little harness onto the raven, which has a scroll case on its back, and then neatly just tucks the letter inside. The raven spends a little more time, like, fluttering its wings, sort of stretching, and while this is happening, the dwarf pulls out some scraps of meat, places it in the cage for the raven to eat. And after the raven's had its fill, the dwarf goes over to the window, spreading open the shutters as sort of wind and snow starts buffeting into the room, ruining the warmth of the room. Some of the lights and the candles go out. And we see the raven hop a few times, tilt its head towards the dwarf, and then take flight, heading out the window. We follow it as it does, and we see it flies out. What it's flying away from is this rickety tower made of scraps of wood that it's flying out from. The tower is extending out of one of the larger buildings, but it's slowly being engulfed in just the white haze of the snow as the raven begins flying up into the sky. It's soaring and winds buffeting its wings, but it's remaining relatively stable. Its wings are, giving the occasional flap in the air, just to maintain height. And then suddenly, from the right side of the bird, we start seeing this glow of orange growing, and we hear this roaring as something is approaching the bird. The raven tilts its head slightly just in time to see this orange glow of fire come thundering out of the snow, impacting the bird mid-air, setting its entire form alight, even through the wind and snow. It's flapping in fear and panic as it begins to tumble down forwards, engulfed with flames that seem to eat away at its very feathers and flesh. We hear a few cries and crows coming out from the raven, and the scroll case, specifically, we see its lid flies open and the letter flies out. We stop following the raven, which is slowly being reduced to ash and blending in with the snow, and we follow the letter as it slowly falls down to the ground, its edges curling in the fire. It lands on a snowy road a little way out of the town. The letter's edges start to curl, and then eventually stop as the flames go out in the snow, leaving this scrap of the letter remaining. Then, suddenly, a three-toed foot crashes into frame, a claw of this bird creature, stomping on the letter, crushing it into the snow as the creature travels with some haste. The camera moves following the movement of this bird creature, and we see what looks to be a 7-foot-tall axebeak. This sort of strange, almost chocobo-like bird for anybody, for reference. And there seems to be a man riding on it, saddled, strapped to it, and they disappear out into the white of the snow. We cut slightly later from that shot to another shot, the man already in Thetch, having passed the gates. He swings himself off his bird mount and stretches somewhat, not as young as he used to be. He loosens his warm clothes, is pulling thick scarves away from his face that rested around his neck, his armor sort of steaming with the heated enchantment placed on it. And Brennan, do you want to give us a rundown of sort of what your character's about, what he might be like looking around for, what he looks like, that sort of thing?
Yep. So you said that we had just pulled into town, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So my character that I'm going to be playing is Bertrem Finlo. He's not a stranger to this town. He is actually a part of something called the Sleet Wardens, which are a order of semi-guard-like knights that patrol the area and keep nearby towns safe from monsters and evil things that live off in the tundra. He would have just been getting off from a long night's ride. He's been looking for a missing girl, and to no avail, I couldn't find her. So I'm returning to town to get a hot meal and a beverage in me before I have to go out tomorrow and look again, because if I stay out too late, I'll freeze to death.
Yes, and you see a little way down the road, exiting a shop near the square, having some conversation about alchemy ingredients, and Ref seeming to be a bit disgruntled by the alchemist's treatment of him. You see two familiar, if very... They seem to have grown a lot since you last saw them. It's been quite some time since you've seen either of these boys around in town. But they don't seem to have noticed you yet. They're just walking out of the shop. You've got your bird at your side, which I will show to everybody as well. You sort of like pat it down.
Yeah.
As we see, 1 second. As we see Huck, sort of like ruffle its feathers, getting used to the warmth of the town.
Fuck. Didn't think those two would make it this far. Come on, girl. Best behavior. Don't bite unless I say so. And I'm going to slowly approach the two, walking up just very, very lazily, not in a rush.
Yeah, you just sort of like saunter over. They seem to be having some sort of discussion as you approach.
I'll get like 10 feet from them and wait.
I say that we go find the Hunter brothers first. It's probably most direct route to, well, anything substantial.
Oh.
And who the
How are you still alive?
fuck?
Well, aren't you gonna come say hello?
Yeah, and I'll just walk forward and like throw out a hand towards you.
Yeah, and I'll extend a hand as well, but very, very slowly, just not meeting it with any speed.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's good to see you again.
Could say that.
Perhaps
You look well.
Better than last you saw me at the very least.
Aye. And you, a ref,
Yeah.
looking stupid as always.
Yeah, Ref's looking at you like you're an alien. He that's kind of what he's been looking at you like ever since you just kind of made your entrance. And who the fuck are you?
Yeah, so I just kind of I look at him and just see a bit worse than when I last saw you.
It's about the same, actually. Ref, you remember Bertrem? You know, kind of saved us once or twice.
Ref seems like to be furrowing his eyebrows, thinking very hard about something. You're him?
I, friend of your mom's. Come on. You have to remember. I used to push you down that hill. Over there.
Yeah.
Just before the snow would melt. Just before the snow would start to thaw.
Yeah. Are you mounted currently?
No.
Yeah.
I'm just holding the reins of of Huck in my left hand.
Yeah, I slowly
Huck
start
seems to be
approaching you.
Inspecting
Whoa,
Jarren,
now.
so, like tilting its head, sort of like leaning forwards.
If you're gonna approach her, let her sniff you first, otherwise she'll snap.
Yeah. I stop in my tracks to you. And just very, very slowly, maybe stay a pace or two away from you.
Yeah. And I'll kind of like nudge her head with the reins and just, come on now. Shh. Slow.
Yeah,
He's a
and
friend.
Huck, like slowly moves forward until her head is like almost level with yours, Ref. And you hear this, like you see the beak slowly open, and you're just like bringing in your head just the sound of Bertrem saying like she might like before she snaps, you know, she might snap. And then the beak clicks shut, and you just hear this. And then it like rests, Huck rests her head like on your shoulder.
Yeah.
My shoulder?
Or, and sort of like tilts its head to like lean up against yours.
Well, looks like she doesn't want to eat you. That's good.
I'll start patting her head and like sort of lift it with mine and almost like massage her jaw a bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seems like reciprocating to that. It just seems like she's been tired after a few nights long rides through the blizzard.
Yeah.
Well, not to cut this a bit short, but you'd like to stand out here and let our Johnsons freeze in the cold, or you could buy me a drink. It's been a long time. Come on. Unless you've forgotten where the tavern is. And I'm just gonna start walking towards the tavern.
Yeah, and I would go to just follow you there.
Okay, so you're going to the closest place to the entrance, so you're going to Solveig's place. Cool.
And the nice thing about Huck is that I don't need to put her in a stable. She prefers it to be out in the whatever, so I can literally just like tie her to a post, and everybody knows not to get near an axe beak, so it's not like she's going to cause trouble.
Yeah. And you head over, and Huck, head removes from your shoulder, Ref, as she like watches you go, and then starts like trotting off after you before the reins get too taut.
Yeah.
And you start heading towards the Charstone Inn.
Sit. Good girl.
Yeah. And
I'll go and like push open the door slightly and go in really quickly into it and not hold the door for those two as it just kind of like opens and then shuts.
Yeah, and you two like look at each other for and sort of like have a moment exchange between the two of you, I think.
Actually, yeah. Once we are inside, and we've kind of just jostled the snow off ourselves and made sure we're not freezing. There's probably gonna be a moment where we make eye contact, Bertrem, and like I look like I'm about to lunge right at you, and I basically just incredibly quickly wrap myself around you into a hug. Very quickly, and I'm pretty sure I'm at least a foot shorter than you because I'm very short.
Okay, yeah, that's probably true. If you're a foot shorter than an average human, then yeah, you would be.
I'm 5'1".
Oh, you're 5'1", so we would be sort of close in height. I'm about 5'9" or 5'10", probably.
Okay, so. Yeah, but you're still like I am almost like an adolescent.
I'm probably much bigger than you, especially because I'm wearing armor too.
Yeah, you're also probably stronger. So I just like lunge at you and wrap my arms around you in a very quick, just very enveloping hug, and I just kind of shove my face into your chest.
Whoa, now. All right, boy. Okay, and I just start to like pat you on the back and just, you want to warm up. There's a perfectly good fire over that way.
Yeah.
I just got to look at Jarren and like, Calm now. Calm now.
Yeah. I'll unwrap myself from you and just kind of keep one arm just sort of around your back. It's been too long. I remember. I remember now. Looks like I'm trying really hard not to cry.
Yeah, and like looking at that, it kind of makes me a little bit like uncomfortable. So I just like, I'm gonna look around for the barkeep.
Bertrem, you sick bastard! You hear this sort of like cry from a little way away as Solvig, this like 4 foot tall dwarf, starts like hobbling towards you very accusatorily. As he begins heading towards you, he's like, "You owe me money every time you come back alive. When are you gonna fucking die out there?" Christ.
Yeah, and I just look at him and, well, I mean, I thought it was a protector's discount. You know, seeing as how I'm the only reason that this whole village hasn't been eaten yet, or died of some sort of plague, or taken over and bewitched by some sort of hag out in the wilderness. 3 ales, please.
Right, fine. You got the coin.
I'm paying.
Yeah, I've got the coin standing right here.
Yeah, I'm just
Then I
latched onto you.
gestures at the 2 boys.
Yeah.
You're making these boys pay for drinks after they've only just got back in town. Well, I suppose that's classic you, eh? So, 6 silver pieces, please. He sends out like a hand towards you.
Yeah, I just look over at Jarren like, well, and I'm gonna go over to the fire and start warming up my hands as I take off 2 of these like thick leather gloves that I have on. Just put them on under my armpit and then just start like warming them.
Yeah, because your armor is enchanted, but your like gloves themselves aren't gauntlets.
Oh,
so
that's the one thing I forgot to describe is that literally my armor, when I'm outside, it's more noticeable. There is a black smoke that emanates from my armor. It's a magic item that heats me up and keeps me warm out in the wastes or whatever. So it like my torso and my arms normally are okay, but like my hands and other things get pretty cold when I'm out there. So I mostly just want to like warm my face and my hands by the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're noticing like bits of snow would like land on his armor and just like melt almost instantly upon hitting it. Steam would rise up. But yeah, so he's now like watching you go. Solveig just like turns towards you instead of it. Well, I suppose you're paying.
Yes.
Here, so 1 second, and I'll go into my coin purse and realizing that I'm very low on cash, just take a little bit more time and you said 3 silver.
6 silver. So
Brother.
3 for each of you.
Brother, go spend time with our father. I'll pay for it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take out a gold piece. And
Yeah, he'll hand you 4 silver back.
and it's Solveig. Yeah, nice, awesome.
Cool.
If you were to look over, Jarren, like if you were to start to walk over at this point, like because I've been warming myself, there's like a very particular spot in the inn that I like to sit in, where you can tell that I like to sit here because there's a part of the fireplace there where there's like the stonework that make up the fireplace that has been smoothed over where my foot is obviously always planted. Like it's because it's been there so many times. There's like a mark where I leave my foot, so I'm always leaned back in like a chair with my one of my feet close to the fire on the rock, just resting, and like just a very lazy pose.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, and so once Ref says that to me, I'll just walk on over and probably just pull up a chair next to you. So, what was your last mission? Why were you out there?
Looking for a farm girl. She's from the village. Great pair of legs. No suitor yet, too, so I'm hoping I'm the one that finds her, because... Gods, I'm getting old. Need to leave my mark on the world somehow, right?
I think you so far, but I suppose you always have another adventure behind you.
Not really the one for adventuring. You know that.
Sure.
But
No. Oh,
if I didn't find her today, which I didn't, most likely I'm going to find the poor thing curled up, frozen to death somewhere, unless she's been eaten. But, you know,
Right.
always trying to be the hero in that. What about you? You two look old, but you seem to be doing all right for yourself.
Yeah, you notice that Ref's skin is actually like sort of dry, almost as if he has a constant like eczema all over his face.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So it makes him look like way older than he is.
Also, the scars across my face almost look like little crags because the skin is basically just completely dried over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that would have changed since last you saw me is just there's scarring over my face that's in some sort of pattern. But well, we came here looking for artifact. I heard tale of trying to figure out where it might be, but apparently someone's already found it.
I just sort of look at you, sort of puzzled, and just... Ale, please?
Yeah. And as you call a woman with red hair, one moment, calls back and starts like rushing over with 3 ales and a bowl, planting 1 ale in front of each of you, and then slowly, like she leans down, placing the bowl in front of you, Bertrem. She's like, "There is your protector's service, I suppose."
Thank you. I just like wink at her, and as she passes by me, if she walks right next to me, I'm gonna like firmly grab one of her hips as she walks by.
Yeah. She like looks back and then sort of like gets a bit of a smile and then looks away sort of nervously / shyly.
Yeah.
But yeah. You don't know who this woman is, Bertrem. She's new to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's this bowl of broth that has been placed in front of you
Perfect.
with a spoon.
I like them red.
Careful. Solvig will probably have your head for that.
Well, that's the nice thing about being a warden in this area. Nobody can have you for anything. Not even a king has authority in these lands. We're the ones
Sure.
that people look to here.
Sure, but Solvig's the one that pours your drinks, so I'd be careful.
No. Poison isn't going to be what does me in. I've seen it. I've seen what kills me, and it's not poison. But enough of talk of death. You two said something about an artifact that you're looking for.
Apparently, it was under guard of some constructs, magical creations. The short version is someone already found it. Now I have to find who found it.
Right.
Rather annoying, we have to explain it.
Well, do you have any leads?
No, only that it's close.
Well, good thing you're talking to the one person that knows this area like the back of his hand. And knows everyone that comes in and out of this town. So, if you have any sort of information, I can spill a little bit since you bought me an ale.
Well, it's
And
like
another round, of course. Just sort of smile and like lean back into the chair as it like creaks pretty heavy.
It's like I said. All we know is that it's close. Apparently radiated some magical ore strong enough for the alchemist to pick up. She's the reason I know it's nearby. But aside from that, since it's not in the location it would have originally been found, the person's moving. So who's to say?
I suppose who's to say then, yeah. Unless they are frozen out there too, along with the poor farm girl. Guess we'll have to see in the morning. I'll let you know if I find anything on my patrol out there.
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. And I at that point I just go, yeah. And I like grab the soup bowl and I just sip the whole thing as I just don't stop until it's completely consumed, and then I slam it down onto the
A
table.
couple bits start dribbling down the side, but you just like continue, like you like with one hand, like you just like wipe up your chin and like lick the fingers.
Damn. They don't quite make it like that anywhere else. Of course. It's mostly just potatoes, water, and potato water.
Very
The only thing of note that you found on this expedition, other than the initial set of footprints before they got swept away by the blizzard, was a particular one large, deep footprint, about 2 foot in size, but it looked like it belonged to a wolf.
Mm.
That was the only other thing that you found.
Gotcha. Besides just like tailing the girl and then losing her trail because of the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and you would have seen the other footprint on like the way back.
Yeah.
Ref. Maybe Bertrem knows about that thing you saw on our way in.
I'd imagine very much that he does. You've probably seen, if not heard of, the Blackfish, Father.
Yeah, every single time you call me father, it's just like
Yeah, but that's the only thing I ever call him.
Well, the reason it makes him uncomfortable is
yeah.
it means that like I would have laid with an orc woman.
Uh-huh.
And it's like if you say it too loudly, then it's just like father, and it's like fuck no, man.
No.
Like you're ruining
Kid.
my chance with like any of these ladies. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's like nobody wants to lay with a guy that laid with an orc.
Right.
I haven't.
Really? Well, I've been told. Don't remember exactly who said. Is something called an Aklet. Beast roams the north on 2 legs, though it has the head of a great sea beast. Strange creature. One was hunting us as we were making our approach to the town.
I like look at you and go like, and then I look over at Jarren.
Yeah.
He's telling the truth.
And I just go, and I just like a huge thing of snot just lands and like hits the
bowl.
Yeah. Just sounds like horse shit to me. But I can't blame you, boys. You've seen all manner of weird things out there when it's starting to freeze, starts to slow the brain.
No, if you heard this thing howl, you'd understand. But it's out there, man.
Well,
coming down from the north.
one of us would have seen it. If there was any creature of note that's not supposed to be around here, that's my job, remember? Just as I like look at you two. The only thing that's unusual that I've seen was a rather large foot print of a wolf. Seemed to be a dire wolf or something, but we get those from time to time.
I mean, our beast had the feet of a wolf, so possibly that.
Ruben, is someone there actually a music player currently inside the tavern?
There is a bard,
this?
yes.
Playing this right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's basically got out a I'm blanking on the instrument
trumpet,
name.
trombone.
No, the
Accordion.
bags.
Oh, an accordion.
Yeah, an accordion. Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay, yeah.
He's got out an accordion and then like using his feet to tap acoustics on the floor.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna as you two are talking, just completely seemingly not connected to the discussion, I'm gonna turn around to the bard, just like, you stuff it now, just shouting.
It's just like Like as he stops, like as Simon runs up.
It like stops, and then there's just the sad as it compresses, and he just puts it down and goes to go talk to Solveig.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna turn back around, just kind of with my head a little down, and as it has this whole conversation, as I've just been kind of listening.
Well, listen, I'm not trying to say that you're crazy, but there is no such thing, a man or a beast with a serpent head. Not in these parts. Trust me. I've gone crazy looking up and down this mountainside. Everywhere. Nothing. If I was to see something like that, it'd be rather unusual.
You're probably right.
Unusual.
Jarren's just kind of, when that's said from Ref, he just kind of looks really confused at Ref.
Yeah, Ref never buckles on that sort of thing.
And just is looking between you two. Well, look, we're not insane. Something's out there, but I'm not going to argue with you.
I know, I agree.
Be
Something
careful.
is out there. I would appreciate it if tomorrow you guys take me by where you last saw it, if it's not too far out, and I'll track it. Because, which way did you enter town through again?
The east. It's like Ref has no idea where we are.
Yeah, exactly. So I look at him like, and I just look at Jarren and said, like,
there probably is no eastern gate to this town.
It was west.
Yeah, perfect. Ref's like, east.
We came in through the west.
Right.
Shit.
Well, I need to patrol more of the west anyway. Look for that girl. At least try and give her a proper burial if I do find her out there. So, be no trouble. It'd be greatly appreciated, actually, if you could show me, because then I can clarify if there are direwolf tracks. Maybe come home with a nice new pelt.
Yeah, Jarren's just... It's like he's fighting a losing battle at this point. But we'll take you where we start. I don't know if the three of us could take whatever that thing is.
Well, it's a good thing that me and Huck can take care of it then. If it's a direwolf, no problem.
And if it isn't?
I'll shave my left eyebrow off. Deal?
But you look so weird.
Fine.
Yeah, I just hold my hand out to him, just like. Dude.
Yeah, and I put my head back down, like, oh, okay, right.
I don't. Fine. Sure. Yeah, and I just put my hand out.
Yeah, exactly. So I just like shake his hand and just, hey, Bard.
You seem to be like turned down, like talking to Solveig. Quickly scampers back over onto the like sort of side corner of the room that he was at, and you start hearing once again, like as he picks up the accordion.
Yeah, exactly. Good. And then I just once again the other nostril. I just like you hear me just like that thing where people like crack their nose because it's been broken before. I like crack it and I go, and just like a bit of blood and. Thought comes out of it again and just hits the floor, and he's like, well, it's settled then. So keep boys out in the morning. Bring your snowshoes.
Right. If we're going to be going out, then I need to make a few preparations.
Jarren.
Do whatever you need to do. I'll be here, drinking. You find me passed out probably in this chair when you come back. Wake me in the morning. And we'll go. And I just like lean back and put my arm, put my hand, and just like, and then that's it.
And then like one of them starts to get up, and one of your eyes opens, and it's just like, you get in the next round still.
Exactly. You get in the next round.
Yeah.
Just like one eye opens, and just like, still, you still owe me one
That's
round.
awesome.
Yeah. I'll put a hand up in Solveig's direction. Another round. Solveig. Jarren, I don't have snowshoes. What am I going to do?
Come on.
In fact, he has snowshoes because you walked here
Yeah.
through snow.
Yeah, with snowshoes.
Yeah. I don't have them. It's
I'm
like,
just
what
not
happened?
wearing them right now.
I threw them down the well. Like,
Jarren just rough. Come with me. And then as we are getting up and leaving, I mutter in Orcish, "How the hell do we owe our lives to this man?" And I just keep leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
yeah, so it's like leaned up against the chair, completely asleep.
Yeah. I'm gonna pay Solvig for another round for Bertrem, and
Okay.
Thank you.
and basically look like an incredibly surprised child when I see my snowshoes at the door of the tavern.
Nice.
Oh,
Solveig will ask for 3 silver for the for like basically you scaring the shit out of his bard.
actually, yeah. I'll pay him. Does that include another round for Bertrem?
2 silver for the round, 1 silver for that boy getting extra pay.
Worth it. Yeah, I'll hand him. I'll hand him that, and then I'll say, how much does Bertrem owe you? Try to say that sort of under my breath, so that hopefully at least Bertrem won't be able to hear it. If Jarren hears it, I'd also prefer Jarren doesn't hear it, but it'd be a lot easier for you to hear it.
So you think I probably would, even if you're trying to be silent about it?
I don't know. If you were like really, really listening, once you see me, gotta get a little closer to Solvig.
Well, I had it in mind that we were walking out of the place at the same time, so...
Yeah, well, I'd tell you I'm gonna pay for the round.
Okay, yeah, then I would have kept going towards the door.
Cool. Yeah.
Listen to me, boy. I don't like talking of things that make me want to commit homicide.
What is that word?
It means I'd fucking kill the man.
That'd be difficult.
Aye. That's why he's sitting there, pretending to be asleep.
How much does he owe you? I want to know.
Let's roll. Let's figure out how much I owe him, dude. Let's
Okay.
roll, dude.
Okay. Roll me a D100 plus 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Please be 100.
Low rolls.
My approximations put it at nigh short of 40 gold.
That's a lot of fucking gold.
Yeah, like ref is just like.
Hundreds of ales.
How did he? I didn't know it was possible to spend that much.
Ref,
How
are
the
you coming?
fuck he did?
What? Oh yeah, I look. I'm coming. Yeah, I look to Bertrem in his
with
chair.
you. Anything? Just like points at Bertrem.
I look to Bertrem and I look to Solvig, and then I look at my coin purse. And I just look to Ref and look to Bertrem and look to Solvig, and I kind of repeat that one more time. And then I just look to Jarren for the
We have like the
or,
Quentin
sorry.
Tarantino
Yeah.
like slow close up on the eyes to the slow close up on the eyes as you're like looking around at each person. It's just like it keeps being a close up on your eyes like darting from left to right.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna just look at you, Jarren, and say, coming. And I'm just gonna shove a hand into my coin purse, and then without opening it, I'm gonna put it into Solving's hand. And then leave 10 gold in his hand.
Oh my.
And then just walk away. And then just turn my head slightly. That's for him.
Yeah, and he just like holds his head in his hands.
And I'm leaving.
Down and like in he's not giving it back to you, but he just seems
Oh
to,
yeah,
like,
I'm leaving.
look
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
Sadness as you're like walking away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he just gives like this very almost vindictive, sort of like hateful glare over in Bertram's direction as you exit the establishment and the doors swing shut behind you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
God, that's so
But
much
yeah.
money. Yeah.
I think because it's the best stopping place we'll have for a little bit, I think we'll take a 5-10 minute break here.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll go grab a drink. Anybody who needs to go to the bathroom, go do so. How is everybody doing in chat?
Yeah, how's the old chat?
Rhett's like, it's a recordian.